Have you ever played Pokémon Ranger? It's a game where you have to draw circles around the Pokémon really fast to capture them, and it is notorious for breaking your DS. Pokémon Ranger was one of my favorite DS games, along with some others. Alas, this series only had 3 games. It's been 13 years since the last Pokémon Ranger game. You know what? I'm a programmer. I can do whatever I want. So, I'm going to make a spiritual successor to Pokémon Ranger with some new things that I think would be cool to add. And I'm going to call it Beast Tamer. This name sucks. Devlog 1, the capture mechanic. Let's start with the most important part. I mean, look at it. That's what you'll be doing most of the time in the game. Drawing circles. First, let me address this. Instead of breaking your stylus like in the DS games, you will be breaking your own finger because it's going to be a mobile game. Maybe I'll do PC as well, but who knows. With that out of the way, let's first break down how it is done in the original games, and then I'll show you how I tried to replicate that in my game. First, you touch the screen, and this Beyblade thing shows up and starts drawing a line. If you keep drawing the line, it will shrink in the other end, so there's a limit to how long you can make your lines. The goal is to make loops around a moving target. The more loops you make, this will fill up this yellow energy bar thing, and when you complete filling it, it's done. You captured. If you spend too much time without making loops, this energy will decrease, so you have to keep making circles and you can't stop. At the same time, the creature will be moving and attacking in all directions. So if the creature or one of its attacks touches the line will break. And especially if it was an attack that touched the line, your little device will get damaged. And then there's some visual cues to when you successfully made a loop around the target, or if you made a loop around nothing. So I'm using the Godot engine. To get the player input, just use input event screen touch and input event screen drag to know when, well, the player is touching or dragging their finger across the screen. For the line itself, there's also something very easy to use. It's called a line 2D. You just give it a list of points and it will draw a line with those points, and there's also a bunch of options to customize how it looks, so it's a perfect fit. Now we just need to add points when someone touches the screen, and when it drags, we'll keep adding those points. And if there's more than an arbitrary number of points that I don't remember, we will delete the first one that was added and add the next. So we'll have this first in, first out kind of structure. Now we have a line. Look how cute it is. For the collisions, so that we can know when a creature or an attack has touched the line, we can use a circle collider for the tip, but as for the line itself, Godot has a segment collision. I had to take every segment in this line and create a collision shape dynamically. Surprisingly, it handles just fine. So if anything touches those colliders, bam, we break the line. That was actually much harder than it sounds, but equally as boring, so I'll spare you from the details. Cross that bad boy from the list. Now it's time for some loops. Before we add a new point, we have to check if this new line segment will intersect with any of the segments throughout the line. If not, just add the point and move on. But if it does, we need to get the point of intersection plus all of the other previous points. Congrats! You have the coolest polygon in town. Well, to do that, I have to learn all of the math involved to find out if two segments of lines intersect.
Fear not, my child.
Godot engine?
Yes. Here we go, little one.
Oh wow, it's a method that does exactly what I needed. Thanks.
No problem. I was just doing my job.
With our cool polygon in our hands, we can now check for every creature whose position is inside the polygon, and then increase the capture bar. But now, I have to learn all of the math involved to find out if a point is inside a polygon.
Fear not. Here we go.
Oh wow, it's a method that does exactly what I need! Well, now look at that. We have the whole game here. Pokémon Ranger 4. Revenger of the Ranger. Granted, there's a bunch of effects that I won't even explain here in this video, but that's why you should follow me on Twitter. Yeah, follow me at LostPointer. You can see all the new updates about this project that I'm working on. And speaking of which, if you like this video, you know what to do. You know which buttons to press, the whole thing. Everybody here in YouTube tells you what to do. I'm not going to repeat that. You're a big boy now. Hold it! Okay, so we did the Tamer part of the game, but where's the Beast part of the game? I didn't told you how I made this guy. I didn't even told you what the hell is this guy. Why does it have nipples? You'll find that out in the next episode. Creatures. I'll see you someday, hopefully. Bye.